So let's go ahead and get into Keynote here. And I'll kind of run you through the basics if you've never used Keynote or you're forgetting kind of how to do some certain things. You could always reference back to this video I'm making now. So mine's called Rocket Demo. Yours is named a little differently, but you go ahead and tap on the one that you want to open. This is the one that I just have been goofing around with. Notice how my first slide here, I have changed the name of it to Paper Rocket Unit. Yours right now, I believe, says Unit 1 Title, right? So editing text is the first thing we want to know how to do. So what you'll want to do is go down to where it says Unit 1 Title and give it a double tap, and it gets you inside of that box. A couple things you could do. You could just move your cursor to the very end and hit backspace a bunch and get rid of the text that way. Or you could tap once inside the box and do select all, that option right up top there, and backspace, and away everything goes. And then from here you basically are getting to put in what you want to do. And for you guys that would be Paper Rocket Challenge, we'll say. Easy enough. Paper Rocket Challenge. Your iPad's in my office. Do you want to check if it's done updating? You can go ahead. It's right around the corner to the left. Now I'm going to start moving through slides. To do that, I'm going to be looking off to the left here. So a quick note, there's a little triangle next to slide 1. If I touch that triangle, it kind of wraps everything back up into a nice little package. It's still going. Okay, just leave it then. And then if I touch that triangle again, it kind of opens it up again. It's like opening up a Keynote present. So then I'm going to start moving through my slides just by touching them. The second slide, we are all going to have the same problem. That's the challenge that I gave to you guys, 3 weeks ago now or so. And that was to design, so you're all writing this, design the, farthest. I'll take questions later. I need to keep moving here for now. Paper Rocket. I will help you later. Period. Design the farthest flying paper rocket. And then you can tap anywhere to get out of your keyboard. And there you have it. We all have the same problem and the same title. Everything beyond here will kind of be unique to you, meaning you get to make your own choices and put in your own stuff.
I'm not done.
Yep.
I meant it was done.
Oh, it is done. Then why don't you grab it? Yeah. Sorry about that. Misunderstood you. Okay, so just for the sake of my kind of video here, I'm going to keep things moving. I'll stay on this slide, though, if you need to keep typing.
Thank you.
To change images, anytime we want to add an image. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anytime you want to change an image, if it's this default image, meaning the one that just kind of comes with the Keynote, that's this pyramid, you can just tap on the plus sign at the bottom right of that image, and it pulls up your photos off to the right here. I will in a moment. And I can take a photo I want and put it right in there. If it gets cut off, very simple solution. All you have to do is double tap on that photo, and you can see the whole photo and where it's cut off. And I want you to notice below the photo, this little slider here, I can move my finger back and forth on that little white dot, and that kind of scales it down so that it can fit in my frame.
There's another.
1 second. I'll take questions in a moment. I'm just going to run through the basics. If I don't like the frame and I just want to start over new, I can tap that image. I can click delete.
Where do we go?
I'm still on slide 2.
I know, but.
And then to add a new image, I go up to this plus sign way up at the top right. Anytime we want to add something, we go to the plus sign. There's a few options up top. I'm trying to highlight that up top here. The very right selection is where we can add a photo. So I can just go ahead and add that same photo I did before. Oh my gosh, it's huge. What can I do to make it smaller? Yes?
It's right there. Click the corner.
Yeah, take a corner, Start dragging it in towards the middle, and you can size it that way. Then you can move it where you want it. 2 fingers you can rotate. 2-finger rotation. And that's that. A couple more things I'm going to run through. Just a second. If you start making mistakes or it's starting to look not how you want it, very important button up to the top here, everyone. Eyes. This is the undo button up here. You must know this. If you start screwing up, if you're like, ooh, I'm getting into some trouble here, just start touching undo, and you kind of go back in time. You get to see everything that you've done. And I'm going to basically keep backing out until I get to the very beginning, because I want to have this nice and clean for the next class. So I'll stop my video here, and then we can actually kind of dig in and get some